Senator Coyle.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the government representative in the Senate. Senator Gold, a recent PBO study looked at the effect of federal carbon pricing on the economy. It found that most households in the 4 provinces which are subject to the federal price on carbon are worse off financially. The Parliamentary Budget Officer, Mr. Yves Giroux, noted that, and I quote Mr. Giroux, "Under the government's plan, most households in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Ontario will see a net loss resulting from federal carbon pricing. That is, the costs they face, including the federal carbon levy, higher GST, and lower incomes, will exceed the climate action incentive rebate they receive." The PBO study is based on the current situation, and we know that it doesn't take into consideration any new green technologies that may result in cost savings, nor does it take into consideration the overall costs of climate inaction. Senator Gold, what is the government doing to address the concerns of Canadians around carbon pricing, and to also, at the same time, help educate the public on the real cost of climate inaction?
Senator Gold.
Thank you, Senator, for your question. It's an important one. First of all, the government thanks the Parliamentary Budget Officer for his work. And that work actually confirms that the price on pollution has a progressive impact and gives 8 out of 10 families more gives 8 out of 10 families more back through climate action incentive rebates than they in fact pay. As you know, colleagues know, pricing carbon pollution is a central part of Canada's plan to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and drive clean innovation. Carbon pricing is widely regarded around the world as the most efficient policy to reduce emissions. With regard to other aspects of your question, colleague, the government has introduced a number of measures to educate Canadians on the importance of climate action, including introducing the Climate Action and Awareness Fund, which will invest $206 million in projects that build youth awareness, engagement, and action, that support community-based climate action, advance climate science and technology, and support academia. I also note that the government has introduced measures to support Canadians to reduce their carbon use, including the Climate Action Incentive Fund, which helps fund energy-efficient retrofits and other projects to improve energy efficiency and productivity, reducing energy use and carbon pollution, and saving money.
Senator Coyle, supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Gold, we know that a level of certainty, in fact, a high level of certainty in carbon pricing is needed to ensure critical future investments in clean technology. It was announced in the 2030 emissions reduction plan released last week that in order to enhance long-term certainty for investors, the government will be exploring measures that will help provide clarity on the future of carbon pricing. When will the government release more information on these new measures to provide certainty? And could you elaborate on the consultation process that will be undertaken if any such process is planned? Thank you.
Senator Gold.
Thank you again for the important question. The emissions reduction is an ambitious and, the government believes, an achievable plan for Canada to reach its ambitious climate targets for 2030. I'm advised that the plan has been in development for months, includes the input of over 30,000 Canadians, and, as many colleagues would know, includes a sector-by-sector pathway. Additionally, I note that it does provide for consultations with respect to driving down carbon pollution from the oil and gas sector. And finally, further outlines next steps to continue delivering on those priorities for Canadians.
Senator